What's up, warrior? Welcome back. And today I'm going to be talking about how you know you're actually making money in your business. And it's a very simple question. Are you getting in front of new people every day? I'll share with you a story. And I remember when I was working with one of my mentors, Mr. Tim Sales. I don't know about you and your business, but I always feel like I'm busy. Right? Does anyone else struggle with busyness in your life? Put a one in the comments. Like, I got in my business and I want to do well. I'm showing up to the events. I'm listening to personal development. I'm like using my product. I'm doing a lot of activity. But don't we know, warrior, that activity is not the same as productivity? Now, when you're in this, when you're in the frame, you can't see the picture. So I remember going up, and that's why it's important to talk with your mentors. It's important to talk with your coaches to get a real framework on things. In fact, I'd be willing to challenge you that if you're scared to talk with a mentor or coach about your numbers, there's probably something we have to look into there. So I'm okay with it. I like getting real feedback. So I was complaining. I'm going up to my mentor Tim, and I'm like, "Why is it so hard? I feel like I'm working so hard. I'm not getting results." And he basically said, "Okay, how many people are you presenting to every day?" And my first response was a lot, right? He said, but how many? Well, some people are getting back to me and, they're not responding and they say they're going to. And he's like, just answer the question. How many people are you actually getting in front of every single day? New prospects. And if I'm to be real honest with you, it was not a pretty number. And he said, if that number increased, do you think you'd make more sales? Do you think you'd have more business? I said, yeah. He's like, then why don't you just do more of that? I'm like, okay. And what I realized was this is our biggest challenge in our businesses so many times is we get distracted by busyness. We get distracted by activity rather than productivity. Jim Rohn says major things, minor things. Minor thing, preparing your contact list. Minor thing, tweaking up your presentation. Minor thing, quote unquote, coaching your teammates. Minor thing, learning a training about how to be a better presenter. Major thing, getting in front of the new prospect. Oh, minor thing, trying to convince the same couple people that they should get started right now without much different intention or strategy. Major thing, finding a new strategy to talk to people in a way that's going to serve them, finding more people to talk to with the same message. Warrior, here's the challenge. Are you getting in front of new people every single day? There's a magic to this. Now I'll be real. Like when my lazy side of me does not want to do that. I'd rather sit back and complain about my lack of results, talking about all the things that I'm busy with instead of confronting the truth. But the real truth is what I'd rather have, and I know what we'd all rather have, is your goals. Your goals. We can either have our excuses or we can have our goals. Which one would we want? Comment goals if you'd rather have your goals. Because the reality is, if we keep on believing those excuses and those justifications that are so easy to do, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough prospects, I'm so busy. If we allow ourselves to stay there, then we also have to be okay with the results that we're getting as well too. Like that's just at the end of the day, we cannot blame. And that's why business is the great equalizer and it's the great mirror. It will show you the truth. The numbers tell the whole story, as Jim Rohn says. It's the truth. And when we confront the truth, though, and then we actually focus on the major thing, which is we have in the warrior movement, we talk about our fast start. We talk about our DMOs every single day, right? And we have 5 that we do. We use and share the product. We post on social media. We personally develop. We attend and grow events. But the most important thing is number 5, which is do the pipeline, which is, are we sharing your product with more people every day? Are we sharing the business with more people every single day? Guess what? I will challenge you on this. If you actually show your product to more prospects, you will get more sales. If you actually show the business opportunity to more prospects, you will get more recruits. It's bound to happen. There is a law of averages, there is a law of numbers. And it's been amazing to see within our team that there's teammates right now that are taking charge of this. We've been doing this cool thing called the VIP launch. There's many presentations we have, but we've had some teammates, they've been bold. They said, I'm going to go put up my own event. I'm going to bring 10 people, 10 prospects to this event. We had a multiple. We had Angie Bloom Hewitt that just did one. We had Eva Chavez that just did one. We had Eunice and Fina in Australia just do one. And guess what, guys? On every single one of them, they all had at least 5 prospects on, at least 5, some more. And you know what happened with every single one of them? Every single one of them have recruited a new teammate. Every single one of them have gotten new customers. Every single one of them, and shout out, I see a superstar, Masha's on the line, our newest chairperson, level 2, by the way. I got to give that a big shout out in Italia, rocking it. We're going to see you in Netherlands soon, by the way. But what is she doing? What are successful people doing? They are simply getting in front of new people. And if you get in front of enough new people and you share your offer, some people are going to say yes. It happened with Angie. She has a new teammate. She has new customers. It happened with Eustace and Fina. They have so many people coming in right now that they're like, man, how do we talk to all these people? It's happening with Eva. Eva, I believe, recruited 3 new partners, another customer or 2. In fact, got a new teammate that already got another new teammate. And they didn't even get trained yet. Why? Because we're focusing on the main thing. Are you getting in front of new people every single day? So, Warrior, this is my challenge with you right now. There are things moving. This company's blowing up. We have amazing products, don't we? We have an amazing comp plan, don't we? We have an amazing team, don't we? But none of that matters if we don't do our glorious job of sharing that message. And it doesn't matter how you do it. You can plug them in. We have a live call tonight. Lily Lou, our wellness advisor, is doing an amazing health call. Are you bringing people to that event? We have recorded videos and presentations. Are you bringing them to watch that? Are you daring to do your own VIP launch and say, hey, I'm going to bring 10 people together. Let's do this. You know, I heard we have Soleil that's in our team that's doing a VIP launch. That's awesome. Are you doing a social media post? Are you going live? Are you doing like what are you just going back to the basics? And are you calling up somebody that you know needs to be in your business, needs to see your product, and just calling them up and meeting them? I'm telling you, fortune favors the bold. Every single day, are you focused on exposing to new people? And I'll end it with the story, which, by the way, this is probably who we should have next on our call. I have a lot of leaders that I really aspire to and I look up to, and I love extracting secrets, right? And Deb Schneider, she's a chairperson in our company, Deb and Ken. They're incredible leaders. In fact, we had a woman named Sonia Evans on our call yesterday that rocked it. Sonia is within Deb and Ken's team. I remember Deb was telling me the story of how they were able to make millions and be able to boost their business. And she had one simple rule. You might want to implement this. Every day, she would have 2 pennies in her left pocket. And this was her simple goal every day, guys. That every single day, by the end of the day, she would need to move those 2 pennies to her other pocket. Now, how do you move the pennies? She would move 1 penny for every prospect she presented to. Business, product, whatever. So every day, she was just focused on 2. Every day, she made that commitment. I will figure it out. And she would say that there were some days where at the very end of the day, she only had 1 of 2. And she almost gave in and said, that was good enough. But you know what she did? She figured it out. She would get out of the door. She'd go find somebody to present to, and she would do whatever it took to move that last penny to the other side of the pocket. 2 a day, consistently compounded over the course of time, led her and Ken to a business around the world, to millions and millions and millions of dollars earned later. They just bought their dream home in Puerto Vallarta. They've decked it out. They're traveling, and they have an amazing team around the world. Why? Because they knew the major thing. In business, are you getting in front of new people every day? If not, the reality is this: you might be learning, you might be growing, but you're not going to be making money. So here's my question for us today, Warriors. Who here wants to make a paycheck today? Put a 1 in the comments. Is that your intention today? To earn a paycheck today? Because if it is, do the DMOs of using and sharing the products, post on social media, personally develop, attend and grow your next event. But be sure to not miss out on number 5, which is doing the pipeline, which is presenting your product, presenting your opportunity to someone new. You do that every day. I promise you, you're going to look back weeks from now, months from now, years from now, and you're going to be like, wow, how did I get here? This is amazing. Anywho, hopefully that was helpful. If it was, take on this challenge. I'm focused every single day myself, doing the same thing as well. It's a reality. Tag a teammate that needs to hear this or share this. And if you want to catch this plus a lot more, subscribe to my YouTube. Lots of cool things there. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to comment below or message me about anything. Other than that, let's crush the day, guys. Super proud. There's movement going on. There's growth going on. It's exciting seeing new people come on board and new customers come on board. Let's continue to transform lives. Warriors out.